Everyone keeps asking if the divine masculine is coming back. Maybe we're asking the wrong question. What if the real transmission isn't about who's returning? What if it's about who can no longer return as the same person? I've noticed something. The collective has spent years romanticizing reunion while completely overlooking reconstruction. You don't survive an identity collapse, a nervous system reset, ego deaths, betrayal, abandonment, and then walk back into an old relationship pretending nothing happened. That isn't reunion. That's amnesia. The frequency on Earth feels different right now. It's exposing every place where we've confused attachment for destiny. Some people are realizing they never loved the person, they loved who they became while chasing them. Others are discovering they stopped waiting months ago, and didn't even notice. That's evolution. Divine masculine. The old operating system was simple. Protect. Provide. Suppress. That operating system is crashing. Not because someone forced it to. Because it no longer works. Every avoided conversation becomes heavier. Every emotion buried underground eventually becomes an earthquake. Strength is being redefined. Not by how much you can carry, but by what you're finally willing to put down. Divine feminine. You weren't asked to become smaller. You were asked to become impossible to manipulate. There's a difference. The old version kept asking, do they see my value? The new version quietly asks, do I still see theirs? That's not bitterness. That's discernment. Maybe twin flames were never designed to complete each other. Maybe they're designed to expose every identity you built just to survive. Every mask. Every wound. Every story. Until eventually, neither person recognizes the version they first met. That's the point. Transformation isn't a side effect. It's the mission. Become the frequency that makes the old version of you impossible to return to. The collective has spent years asking, who is my twin flame, while quietly avoiding the harder question. Who am I when no one is reflecting me back to myself? Because that's where the real work begins. Silence isn't always separation. Sometimes silence is where the counterfeit frequencies lose their grip. It's where the noise fades long enough for you to hear your own intuition instead of your fears. The soul doesn't panic in stillness. The ego does. We're entering a cycle where masks are becoming too expensive to maintain. Every version of ourselves built for acceptance instead of authenticity is beginning to collapse under its own weight. The strongest relationships emerging now won't be built on chasing, testing, ghosting, or decoding mixed signals. They'll be built on emotional transparency, mutual accountability, and two people who no longer need love to rescue them because they finally learned how to stand on their own foundation.